Are you struggling to fall asleep? Well, if you are, stick around, because in this video, I am going to show you the real reason why you can't sleep at night. My mission is to help you get the best night's sleep of your life, so that you can feel amazing when you wake up. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. And no, it's not your phone. One of my favorite things to do when I am coaching people through their sleep problems is to ask them questions about their day. This might look like some deep breathing exercises, or progressive muscle relaxation, maybe reading a book, listening to music, taking a hot bath. Did you take any breaks throughout the day to stretch your legs and go for a walk? Did you sit at your desk all day long? Did you spend a lot of time in the car? Let's face it, sitting is the new smoking, and we are all sinners when it comes to sitting too much during the day. And how close to bedtime was that? A very common piece of advice that you hear about is to not go to bed hungry. Instead, what you want to do is aim to eat dinner about 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. And if you're still hungry, you can have a small snack, something like a banana, some almonds, some yogurt. Just make sure that that snack is easy to digest. Make sure that you're using comfortable bedding. If you need a new pillow, get a new pillow. If your mattress is lumpy and uncomfortable, invest in a new mattress. Take the time to make your bedroom a sanctuary that is dedicated to sleep and rest alone. And that brings me to my next point. Ironically, worrying about not sleeping can be a cause of insomnia. Once you're feeling tired, go back to bed and try to relax into your bed. Don't focus on falling asleep. It's called 6 Tips to Fall Asleep Faster. Check it out here. Just relax into your bed and drift off to sleep. If you're lying in bed and you're overthinking, you're focusing on your breath, you're counting sheep, you're trying so hard to fall asleep, that can actually make it harder to fall asleep. Avoid things like spicy foods, fatty foods, citrus foods. These types of foods can all contribute to digestive discomfort and make it hard to fall asleep. And while this is true, you also don't want to eat too full either. That spike of dopamine tells our brains that being in bed is fun and exciting. And it doesn't mean it is time to sleep yet. So keep your bed for sleep and sex only. If you want to watch TV, do it in the living room. If you want to work, do it at a desk. If you want to read, pick up a book instead of scrolling through social media. These are all things that we often overlook. But if you aren't comfortable, that could be why you're having trouble sleeping. So if your pillow is uncomfortable, your brain is going to focus on that. If your room is too cold, your brain is going to focus on that. We can't focus on 2 things at once. So if there is something distracting you from falling asleep, your brain is going to focus on that distraction and it's going to keep you awake. Eating a big meal close to bedtime can lead to indigestion, heartburn, acid reflux, and that can keep you up. But if you have been sitting for hours and hours and hours, that could be the reason why you're having trouble falling asleep. Our beds are for sleep and sex only, whatever helps you to decompress. Just make sure you're rebuilding in some buffer time between your last task of the day and your bedtime routine. Did you work in bed? If you're doing other activities in bed, your brain is going to associate those activities with your bed, and it's going to be hard to fall asleep. And then try to work backwards from there to figure out where things went wrong. Even just 10 minutes of walking per day can make a difference. Now obviously, if you're able to fit in a full workout, that's even better. But even just getting up and moving can promote better sleep. It will help improve your sleep. So tomorrow, set an alarm on your phone that goes off in the middle of the day. When that alarm goes off, get up, stretch, walk around the block, come back and get back to work. You can do this multiple times throughout the day. Because for every person that comes to me with a complaint that they can't fall asleep, there are 10 different reasons why that might be happening. The first one is that you're expending energy. If you have a lot of energy left to burn at bedtime, it's going to be hard to settle down. So we use exercise as a way to kind of burn that energy so that at night you nice and tired. The second theory is that exercise improves our sleep drive. So think of it this way. Our bodies have internal biological clocks that regulate sleepiness. Exercise helps to strengthen that biological clock so that when it's time for bed, your body knows it's time to sleep. And just like you, those people all watch YouTube videos and Google search, trying to figure out what was wrong. And the more research they do, the more confused they become, because now they're getting told that magnesium can help them sleep, but also blue light can keep them awake. And what about white noise? Some people say it helps, and other people say it makes them feel anxious. Or were you totally overwhelmed and overworked? It's okay if you had a stressful day. Most of us do from time to time. In fact, I can almost guarantee that the tips that you've been watching online have not helped you get to the root of the problem. I want to give you some questions that you can ask yourself to figure out exactly what is causing your insomnia. Did you accomplish everything that you wanted to get done? Did you feel productive? But it's important to recognize that if your day was really overwhelming, that could be the reason why you're having trouble falling asleep right now. Your sympathetic nervous system was on, and your body was flooded with stress hormones. If you didn't give yourself enough time to wind down before bedtime, it's going to be really difficult to turn off that fight or flight response. Was it particularly stressful? So that's something to pay attention to in the future. Because once you know what's causing your trouble sleeping, it will be so much easier to fix. How much did you move today? But by the end of this video, you gonna understand exactly what is keeping you up at night and how to fix it for good. Hi everyone, I'm an award-winning sleep expert and the author of a best-selling book about sleep. Now, let's get into it. So rather than simply giving you a list of random things to try, which probably is going to help you. Alright, first question. How was your day today? Is your mattress comfortable? Is your pillow comfortable? Are you too hot or too cold? If you know that you had a super stressful day, plan on doing some extra relaxation techniques before bed. Okay. Next, let's talk about movement. There are two theories as to why exercise and movement during the day promotes better sleep. Did you check your emails? Did you check social media? Are you anxious about not sleeping? I am a huge advocate for daily movement. Next question, what time did you eat your last meal of the day? On the flip side, if you skipped dinner, your body is going to start getting hungry, and it is going to be hard to ignore those hunger cues. Next, are you comfortable? You see, our brains are pretty amazing. If there is anything distracting us from falling asleep, our brains will focus on that distraction. Make sure that your room is dark, quiet, and cool. Did you watch TV in bed tonight? When we engage in stimulating activities in bed, our brains get flooded with dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. And finally, are you worried about not sleeping? Sometimes, when we're struggling to fall asleep, the best thing that we can do is to get out of bed and do something relaxing until we feel tired. Now, if you want some extra tips on how to fall asleep faster, I've got the perfect video for you.